What's up, fight fans? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What up to the fam? What up to everyone in Mainman Mademan's boxing forum over there on Facebook? Hey, you want to check us out, man? Link will be in the description. Hey, look, the thing is this, right? Caught a recent interview from Rolando Romero. I see Rolando Romero is telling the world that he feels as though that Mayweather may want him to win. And the reason that he may want him to win, because he believes that he's the more marketable fighter over Gervonta Davis.
Man, I just think I'm much more marketable. And apparently he doesn't have a contract with him anymore, so I'm pretty sure they want me to win.
And I gotta say this, man, like, I don't know what Rolando Romero, what planet you living on, bro. But yeah, you might be marketable because you some sort of character and you do a bunch of trash talk, which is always entertaining. You know, boxing fans you can gather a crowd for just talking some shit. But at the end of the day, will that sustain you? Will that carry you? That's the golden question. We just recently seen something like this play out recently with Blair the Flair Cobbs. Where Blair the Flair was a hell of a entertainer, right? He was a hell of a character. Start speaking on certain names and start getting certain type of attention. Even got to the point where a lot of boxing fans really wanted to pay attention to his previous fight just to see if this dude's words line up with his skills. And what did we get, man? We got Blair the Flair Cobbs losing in that fight. And it's the same thing. I look at Rolando Romero. He's an interesting character. He's real funny, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But when it comes to skills inside of the ring, well, Rolly is definitely lacking. When it comes to footwork, you don't know which foot is his lead foot. He switches back and forth. He doesn't punch from proper stances. He's always out of position. Throws himself off balance. Just a lot of leaks there. Defense is not that tight, but he is a hard puncher. And he does punch hard and fast with a lot of his punches. Rarely changes up the speed of his punches. He likes to come out hard and fast. And due to the fact that he's young, well, he can kind of get away with that right now. But the thing is, fight fans, Rolando Romero is not the most skillful fighter. And I do remember the Jackson Marinez fight. And, you know, Jackson Marinez is not the greatest fighter in the world, but he definitely exposed Rolando Romero. And we seen in that situation, fight fans, that, well, we got Floyd Mayweather. At least boxing fans believe that Floyd Mayweather might have pulled some strings getting the judges to give the nod to Rolando Romero. You do got to ask yourself, though. You do got to wonder, like, if Floyd helped him out in that situation, right? And not to mention when Rolly's fight was when he was supposed to face Tank Davis a few months ago and the fight got scrapped, well, they didn't push Rolly out of the way. They're still giving him his opportunity, you know what I mean? You do got to wonder, though, man. I mean, they pulled some strings for Rolando Romero and they kept him very much in position. And on top of that, maybe even gave him a gift. So you got to ask, you know, if they're giving him all of those kind of favors, do they really want Rolando Romero to win? We see Gervonta Tank Davis coming out and recently on social media, and he said that, you know, he believes that the reason that they want him to face Rolando Romero is because his contract is up. And so this is leading boxing fans down the rabbit hole of believing that Gervonta Tank Davis may be leaving Floyd Mayweather. Time will tell, fight fans. We'll see if that all works out that way, or if this is all just a publicity thing to raise attention to the next fight. We'll see. But I don't think that Gervonta Davis should leave. I think he should stay exactly where he is. Him and Floyd Mayweather have become a very powerful duo in boxing. And, you know, a lot of the other outside entities hate to see that. You know what I mean? They hate to see that Floyd Mayweather using his star power to pass it on to a younger fighter who's now a pay-per-view attraction in his early 20s. And we all got to attribute that to the power in the platform of Floyd Mayweather. Now, don't get it twisted. Gervonta Tank Davis's performances definitely played a part. Him stopping all of these fighters and giving the kind of performances that he gave, well, I believe that that ingredient mixed with what Floyd brings is the reason why you have the most powerful duo in boxing. I'm not 100% on Rolando Romero can do that. Now, unless Rolando Romero gets the win over Tank and they line him up with a bunch of lower caliber fighters, then, you know, maybe Rolando Romero can shine. And they can start to build him up and hype him up more and more like he's some sort of destroyer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they will do something like that. Who knows? Boxing works in mysterious ways. But at the end of the day, man, Rolando Romero got to understand that the character only going to take you so far. And eventually you're going to meet a very skillful fighter. And if it all goes crumbling down at that point, I mean, can Mayweather and his camp really believe in you enough to know that you're going to get through these fights? Or will they have to continuously pull strings for you and make gifts happen? Some people even believe that Tank got a gift in the Isaac Cruz fight. I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis won that fight, and I think he won it pretty comfortably. But that's just my opinion. But But we'll see, fight fans. Rolly Romero believes he's the more marketable fighter. We seen at the press conference when they had it between him and Tank. What did Rolly Romero do? Popped up in a fur, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it was the fur of a yak. And it wasn't the fur of, say, like, I don't know, chinchilla or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because the way he was wearing it and the swag that he employed, well, the energy just did not match the outfit, you know what I'm saying? That's something that Gervonta Tank Davis always talks about. He says that Rolly Romero is an interesting character, but whenever Rolly Romero is in the same space as him, it's a different energy. And I honestly got to agree with that, because at that press conference, the energy did seem a bit different from Rolly Romero. Wasn't too sure of his words, didn't say them with the same conviction that he normally says it when he's on social media. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. I think that Floyd Mayweather just done a good thing in building of Gervonta Tank Davis, and he's built himself a new attraction. Now, maybe Gervonta Tank Davis takes what he got from Floyd and moves on and takes his career to the next level on his own. Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, something similar to that effect. We see fighters do this all the time. This ain't no big deal, you know what I'm saying? Floyd did it himself when he got away from Bob Arum and he got away from Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, all fighters kind of go through this rites of passage when they get what they get from that promoter and they take that shine and everything that they built with that promoter and they move on, maybe to allow other opportunities to happen. We know that Floyd Mayweather and the Mayweather camp, they're hell-bent on having only in-house fights, which is something that I don't think is a big deal, because I see all the other promoters doing the same thing as well. So it is what it is, man. You know, Gervonta Tank Davis, man, I just think that he really needs to reconsider if he's thinking about leaving. You and Floyd has built something very powerful that none of these other promoters can really touch. No other promoter and fighter relationship as powerful as Floyd and Tank's. It is what it is. Maybe it's all mostly due to Floyd, however y'all want to carry it. But like I just said, man, both of these two men together, well, they're some type of unit, man. And they need to continue to work. Hopefully the opponents would step up. I believe that Floyd Mayweather can push the button and pull any opponent that he wants into the ring for Gervonta Tank Davis. I believe that any of these fighters will cross networks. They would leave promoters. They would drop belts. They would do anything that they need to do to get that fight. Because if Floyd Mayweather is attached to it, it just makes it that much more bigger. Oscar De La Hoya would love to do the Ryan Garcia thing, right? Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, very reminiscent of Floyd versus Oscar. Shit, man, that's a good story. You know what I'm saying? We hear Oscar De La Hoya come out recently in interviews telling the world that, hey, man, he wants Gervonta Tank Davis to stay exactly where he is. I think he does have plans eventually on allowing Tank and Ryan Garcia to meet. And he knows he needs Floyd in the equation to make it the size and the magnitude that they want. We'll see, fight fans. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Share, rock them bells. Catch y'all on the next live stream, man. We'll see if Gervonta Tank Davis follows through with this. I don't think it's a smart thing. Floyd Mayweather, love it or hate it, fight fans, has done the most for that kid. He's took that kid all the way to the top, even before that kid even fought the best in his weight classes. But he's already sitting on the top. Boxing fans, casual fans, they already have an idea that Tank is the best fighter. And this is before he's even fought the best fighters in his weight class. So that means something. That means that Floyd did that. Real spill. To the next video, fight fans. I'll catch up with y'all real soon. Peace out.